This is Andy with Quality Stocks. Today's Monday, August 30th, 2010. And today we're going to take a look at Mueller Water Products. This is a New York Stock Exchange stock trading on the ticker MWA. Pretty big drop since end of April, beginning of May, from up around $6 to now down around $2. Again, we're going to be looking for signs of reversals. A bottom place setting up with the way the Dow has been downtrending and looking to try and make a bit of a reversal. See that we're getting the histogram trending back towards zero. The massive separation caused by that big drop right there from $4. I'm not sure what happened with news. Must have been something down to $2.50. We're trending back towards zero, which means we're about ready to get across the signal line. Obviously, at this point, we're really looking just for a bounce and then probably some kind of retrace and another move upward to get this whole thing trying to trend back to the north side. Second pinch. See, the first pinch performed pretty well, $1 gain, up 30%. So we're going to look for, we're back in another pincher formation. Not quite perfectly there and not super deep. We're just down around -10 and only around 35. So it's not a super deep pinch, but we're looking at the overall setup here. ADX, we're going to look for try and flatten. Again, positive and negative DIs to reverse positions. Some more things that are nice about this is how we've got, it's a good example of where I always talk about the separation and then come back and then look for the crosses. Big separation, 7, back down. Now 7's looking to turn. If this turns, then we've got all three of them, the 7, 14, and 21, turn north and moving together. When they're all together like that, plenty of room. Accumulation distribution, of course, on a pretty sharp downtrend with that big drop. You can't have a sell-off like that and expect not, the accumulation distribution is going to drop with it. So we're going to look for this to try and turn from this point. It's kind of been a downtrend through here. Kind of going to look for that sort of trend line to get broken. Kind of in a bit of a channel. We're going to look for that to break through that and start to make a move to the north side. Checking money flow, obviously reflective of all the selling. So we're just going to have to be patient with this a little bit. Look for it to try and climb back towards zero if a bounce is going to happen. CCI is just now trying to come out of what's commonly referred to as an oversold area under -100. See, it's kind of flatlining a little bit. So we're going to need this to continue a move up, not just ride that line or try and break back down. We're going to need to see this push through. I believe that it's going to, but that's just my interpretation. Full stow. Right on the bottom. Plenty of room to move to the north side. Of course, looking for the break of 20. Tricks, not going to get much from with the big sell-off. And again, I don't use tricks for bounces very often since it's a slower, smoother indicator. We're just going to look for this to try and tighten up and try and flatline a little bit and start to make a turn. RSIs are in a great position. All three of them tucked right nice and neat together, breaking right through 30. And we've got a bit of an uptrend going on with all three of them. Nice position. Look for the move to continue and obviously the break of 50. We're going to look for here from a support level is undoubtedly that bottom support to hold. It's still a buy point because of solid support starting to be established right through there at 228 on the very bottom. But we're going to look for that to hold and this to try and make a move to the north side from a resistance standpoint. Just to reiterate there, if this breaks through this, it's a stop and wait kind of thing. Wait for these indicators, see what they're doing. Has to hold that bottom support. It does have a little bit of resistance right here in front of it, right where it is. Right there about that 242 area. See, 3 times in a row it's hit it. So it's going to have to break through that for starters. That also happens to be where the 5-day, the very first simple moving average is. So we're going to start to see some moving averages get underneath it. So it's going to have to move through that resistance to start things out. After that, I think it's going to see a little bit more at 252. Nothing too crazy. I think it's going to see a little bit right there, but if this starts to move and breaks through this, I would anticipate that 252 will not be that difficult. And again, a little bit more right through here, about 262. There, we're talking 10% gains. We're getting moving averages underneath it. I think that'll be a little bit stronger. I think the first real form of resistance It's going to come in right there around 290. Needs to take out that old high. There's the 20-day moving average, the middle Bollinger Band. Typically your first source of real moving average resistance. Obviously, that's pretty good gains from where it is, from 240 all the way up to 290. That's where I would look for the first real strong form of resistance to come in. After that, pretty much all the way up to there, right around 350, which is, a dollar per share gain. It's very, very significant. Also, the 50-day moving average is right there. So I'd look for the bigger resistance. This will be a very big resistance. If this is typically you're not looking for this to happen today. I don't ever really do charts trying to shoot on ones that are going to move, make gigantic moves like that in one day. What we're looking for is the bottom to happen, start to break through some of the simpler resistance, maybe hit a little bit tougher one, and then want to retrace a little bit, and then make a move again to the north side. Eventually want to come up and challenge that. These are typically bounce, wait, swing plays. They're typically designed to be over several weeks to make a significant move like that, 30% or more. And right now the indicators are basically lined up to allow something like that to happen. Kind of set up pretty nice for a bounce. We saw, a 3, almost 4% gain on Friday. So now we're going to look for this to continue and try and do something with this reversal. Again, starts with holding that support. This is just merely my interpretation of the chart. This is Andy with QualityStocks. Thank you, and trade smart.